One of my biggest problems I have when painting is I sometimes have a set date or timeline where I want to finish something, but in the end, I find things I need to do more and more. And what originally is a 3 to 4 month target ends up becoming a 5, 7, 8, maybe a year long project. But one thing is for sure, I never want to rush finishing a painting. Color plays a very important role in this painting. For example, I try to emphasize the blues in the shadows. But also in the horses, such as this white horse, where I looked very carefully at the photo and tried to capture as many colors as I could. Blues, purples, pinks, oranges, as many tones as possible, and I tried to weave them all together with tiny brushes at some point. Besides the different shades of white, I also tried to capture as many shades of black as possible too. A black's not just a black, there's different tones in the color. Warm tones, cool tones. And as usual, I always look very carefully at the photo. And in some ways, I also try to exaggerate the colors I see. The painting I did of the trees in the distance is very minimalistic. I didn't want to spend too much time trying to be as accurate as possible, but I wanted to give the illusion of depth. So that is why the trees in the closer viewing plane are a lot more detailed. Color played another role here as well. More duller colors for the ones in the distance, and I tried to add tones of yellow and red and orange to spruce up the ones up close, and better contrast as well by emphasizing darker and lighter tones. To further establish a sense of depth, even the trees up close have a variation of tones and color, also detail. I tried to have some of the ones a little bit more in the distance blurred out with blue tones so the other trees could pop out. In order to create the trees, I also tried to do a combination of painting out the branches first and the trunks, and then adding leaves. And in other areas I would try to add big patches of color where I would chisel out some of the snow in the distance or add branches. It was a combination. But one very important thing I always keep in mind is the trees are not silhouettes, and I have to establish volume, whether it's from detail or color. And that includes doing some sharp rendering and soft rendering, and going back into some of the areas by blurring the leaves and sharpening some of the leaves that are in the light, and then even adding highlights to some of the branches and trunks that are visible. Even the tiny trees in the distance also have different tones. The ones that are covered in the blue shadows are more on the purple side, while the ones that are in the light are more on the greenish side. Also, a very important note, never did I really use pure white. It's always mixed with either a tad bit of yellow or a tad bit of orange. That is cadmium yellow and cadmium orange, in case you want to know. If you made it to the end, thanks for watching. Once again, my name is Charlambos. I go by Bob. I am not your typical painter. Stay tuned for more. Also, check out my Instagram if you want to see some of my previous work, and still images if you don't like videos.